welcome everybody to another round of World of Tanks subscriber replays. My name as always is Maxwell, and today's first video is from the user ColtsFan87. That's ColtsFan87, and he's driving the IS on a standard battle on Ruinberg. IS being a tier 7 heavy tank for the Russians. It's not often that I see a standard battle on Ruinberg, it's normally an encounter battle. So this one should be a nice little change of pace. Colts fan straight away going to be heading into the town, as he should, as a heavy tank. As you can just see, two of the light tanks there just flapping handbags at each other, the Stuart and the ELC. ELC gets pushed back around the corner, and Colts fan lines him up and takes his shot and gets a very early kill there. That ELC is going to be a little bit disappointed that he stayed around to fight with that Stuart. Probably should have just had a shot at him and then tried to leave, but instead tries to duel with him and gets himself taken out early on in this fight. Colts fan going to be heading round to the centre of the map where the cap circle would normally be if this was an encounter. Just going to be giving no cares about anybody around here, just going to be pushing straight up, going to try and get a shot on this KV-1 who has hunkered down behind this church here. Colts fan just has to be a little bit aware from his right-hand side that somebody could be coming in to do some damage on him. But it looks like they've got that T-34-1 and that BDR there covering him off. So anybody who does poke themselves out of that little side street there is going to take a shot in the face from one or both of those guys. So Colts fan just knows that he's a little bit safe to just sit here. You see he's got his armor angled towards that location just in case. Sees a Tiger 1 there, who's just focusing on this position, waits till he fires, pops himself out, and gets a lovely free bit of damage on that Tiger 1. Doesn't leave himself hanging out in the open though, because the reload of that Tiger 1 is very, very quick. So in a straight up duel, that Tiger 1 would probably have the best of it. Just again, waiting for him to fire. Actually waits for the T-25-2 to pop out, and then just eliminates him as well, putting a huge shell straight through his small, weak, pathetic armor. And again, just backing off because he realises that he's been flanked now by this T-20. Takes a lovely snapshot on the T-20 there and gets a huge bit of damage through the front of him. That T-20 is now regretting his life decisions of coming around this corner. And everybody just going to come around and work this guy down. Really just punishing him for trying to do what a medium tank should do. Colts fan just being careful here not to block this Panther in, as he's getting shot at by that Panzer Soufflé 5. Got to be careful as the enemy team does have a couple of tank destroyers arrayed on that number 1 line there. Was trying to have a shot at that Jag Panther, but couldn't really see enough of him. A little bit of a wasted shot there, but never mind. He's already having a pretty damn good game, having eliminated 3 tanks himself. It looks like they are definitely having the best of this fight in the town here, winning 7 kills to 6 at the moment. Comes around to try and get a shot on this Tiger 1 here, but keeping his front armor focused forwards. Does see that SU-100 in the distance, so got to play it careful here. That Tiger 1 still a nice juicy target though. Going to let his gun close right in on this SU-100 before firing, but the troll armor of that SU-100 just absorbing that shot there. That one bouncing. It looks like his loader and his turret have been damaged here, so just uses that med pack to bring his loader back to life. He's able to use that better reload speed to take out the Tiger 1 and pick up kill number 4. Going to be focusing in on the weaker part of this SU-100 now, but it looks like he realizes he's getting looked at, so he drops back. Colts fan 87 takes his time and has a blind shot, and he's able to eliminate him. And what a beautiful, beautiful blind shot there to pick up kill number 5. So just firing into the fog of war there, just waiting a little bit for what he knew that SU-100 was coming forward. So just waited until he crested over the hill and was able to take him out. But in the meantime, the fight on the far right-hand flank has gone disastrously for the Allies. They're now losing 9 kills to 12. Only got this BDR, SU-100 M1 and himself left. Looks like the enemy team hasn't put anybody in and around the cap circle, so it looks like they're all going to have to drop back and defend the base, and there you go, the base capture starts, and everybody starts making a beeline for that one. We're going to speed this one up a little bit until we get back into the action. SU-100M setting himself up, and Colts fan taking the long route around just in case anybody tries to hide on this side of the buildings. Looks like not, but what he can hopefully do is flush them out. And that'll allow his allies to get some shots on them, trying to dare this Jagdpanther into firing here. All he needs to do is get a hit on the tracks. Doesn't even need to do any damage, and he's able to reset that base capture there by getting some tracking damage on him. Got to be careful though, because he's got a much longer reload than this Jagdpanther, but the BDR has now come around the corner, and because of his excellent side-scraping position there, didn't take any damage, I don't think, from the Jagdpanther, and he was able to reload just in time. Another Jagdpanther. Notice the Jagdpanzer 4 comes around the corner, and he gets eliminated as he was presenting all of his side armor to Colts fan here. And now this just leaves this other Jagdpanther, and it looks like the BDR is able to take him out, but they're not out of the woods just yet, as the enemy team still has 4 tanks, probably closing in on this position pretty quickly. Has a shot at the Jagdpanzer 4 there without aiming, and unfortunately that one just bounces, probably on the gun mantlet of that thing. And now the enemy team has realised that the allies are pushing here, and they've got an almost full health IS. Well, not almost full health, but a pretty healthy IS here. And the Jagdpanzer, that Panzer Soufflé, and the Panther, not being particularly healthy themselves, gets another good hit. And he gets taken out now by the concentrated fire of that SU-100M1 and the BDR. This Jagdpanzer 4 is a one-shot, but he's probably going to take some damage for his trouble. He does indeed, but he's able to take out the Jagdpanzer. He probably should have dropped back a little bit farther, or try to push all at the same time, and that probably would have worked out. And this AT-8 has finally appeared on the opposite side. A little bit slow to the battle here, but that's to be understood, as the AT-8 is a slow, lumbering tank. Takes a little bit of damage for him, allows his gun to close in just a little bit, not quite fully, as he knows that that AT-8 has a relatively short reload time for its tier. So just got to rush that shot just a little bit. Going to focus back in on the weak spot. Able to get another good bit of damage through there. And because he's in such a great side-scraping position, there's no way this AT-8 is going to be able to damage him. And he knows it, so he's turned around to the SU. But that presents side armor to the IS. Colts fan 87 is able to pick him off, pick up kill number 8, and almost 4,500 points of damage, as I'm pretty sure he had some shots into the dark there that landed and did some damage. So absolutely awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in, and don't forget to stick around, because as always the score screens and another game are coming right up. And our second replay of the day is from the user Iron Blood. That's Iron Blood, and he's driving T-34-1 on an assault battle on the Siegfried line. And they are defending. Iron Blood just having a little bit of connection issues here. Finally gets into the battle, 20 seconds late. And instantly makes a beeline for the right-hand side of the map. As you can see, the Allied 5916 has done a fantastic job of scouting there, seeing exactly what's coming in and which direction they are heading. So you can see at least 4 of the enemy's tanks there, 3 heavies and that SU-152. So Iron Blood going to be taking to this ridge here, stops, pauses just here, so that he can get some shots on anybody who comes over that hill early. Looking way to the north here, finds a Super Pershing, going to get a good shot on him. Unfortunately, that one bounces, and the long aiming time of this gun going to make it difficult to return fire quickly enough. Gets a good shot, finally through the side armor there, then after that decides to switch targets to that 3001P. As you can see, the enemy team looking like they are focusing on that 5916, but that's going to prove to be their downfall, as the Allied team could just lay fire onto them. And you see that Super Pershing taking a good portion of his hit points, and that 3001P lost half of his. So the enemy team going to think twice about cresting this hill, especially in the far north here. Well, that 3001H looks like he's wanting some of it. And Ironblood gets a good hit onto him. And then he gets taken out in short order by the artillery. Going to see if he can land another shot on this 3001P to finish off what he started earlier. But unfortunately, just about missing that one. The accuracy of these Chinese guns is not fantastic. Looks like everything that he can do from that distance has been done now, as the rest of the enemy team not really wanting to poke over this hill. I'll tell you, at some point though, they are going to have to poke over this hill, as this is an assault battle. And they are the ones attacking. Just risks himself a little bit there to poke over the hill to get another bit of damage on that 3001P, which indeed he's able to do. And then the Lorraine, the artillery, comes in being the hero once again, takes him out as well. Finds the side of the Super Pershing, unfortunately just leaves him with 3 hit points. So, gonna see if he can get another shot on him. Looks like, again, this Super Pershing's tunnel visioned for the scout there, because he's only got 11 hit points left. Looks like everybody is trying to focus in on this scout here, and that's going to leave Ironblood the ability to just get some free damage on these guys. As you can see, this SU-152 finally able to take him out, but I don't think he's going to reload in time, and I think Ironblood's probably going to be able to finish him off. He's spun around at least to put his front armor on target, and the angling of that SU-152's armor saves his life there, but he's still backing off, not returning fire, but it looks like he's able to get behind the terrain just in time. So that's a lucky escape for this SU-152. Ironblood's going to try and close him down. I think he's realized that he's got to take him out here. Going to continue moving. Has a shot on him, but only takes out his track. The SU-152 rushes his shot and fires way over the top of him. So a little bit unfortunate from him. And then the Lorraine 155 comes in once again to pick up that kill. Finds a Tiger 2. He's on low hit points. And indeed, so is this T-28 prototype. It looks like they've been getting consistently worked on by the Allied team. And Ironblood's going to flank around the side of them. And he does get spotted out here, probably just proxy spotted by somebody, as he is quite close to the enemy team. Finds his T-28 prototype, and he's very, very slow on the reactions and gets taken out here. This Tiger 2 is now caught between a rock and a hard place, as he can't go forward, he can't come backwards. Ironblood gets a good hit on him, leaves him with only 30 hit points left. Probably got a better reload than this Tiger 2. Going to focus on that lower glace there, takes him out, and that's kill number 3. And with that kill secured, that opens up the flank and the rear of the enemy team. And Ironblood's just going to be able to come around the side here and catch pretty much everybody with their trousers down. As you can see, the enemy team's got about 5 or 6 tanks all in this location here. So Ironblood's going to be able to come around and get some shots through the side of them, as they are all occupied from the front. Here we go, finds an SU-100, but again, he is shielded by the terrain. He does get spotted out here, but again, everybody seems to be shielded by the terrain, so a little bit fortunate for the enemy team. Going to try and pick his target as best he can, deciding who to shoot at. Goes for that SU-100, which is definitely the smart choice, as the SU-100 was turning around to face him. He's the only one who was aware of that threat. Ironblood gets another good hit on him, that SU-100, looking like he either missed or was firing at somebody else. One more shot should be enough to take him out. Indeed it is. He takes a good couple of hits through the side there. He's only left with about 300 hit points, so he's going to have to play this one a little bit more carefully. But even though he's not getting loads of damage for himself, he has definitely distracted the enemy team. They are all now spinning around to try and focus on him. And while they have done that, the Allied team has been able to capitalize on that and fall upon them from the front. So excellent bit of teamwork here from the Allied team. They are just mopping up and causing havoc here. You can see everyone closing in, desperate to get some damage on everybody. Ironblood just focusing on this Rheinmetall here because of the giant cannon he's got. He's a big, big threat. And he gets taken out now. And that just leaves a few tanks left for the enemy team. Ironblood's able to take out that KV-1S. There is an AMX-12T left, cowering in the shadows there. He gets himself cleared up, and that leaves the T-32 and the Lorraine artillery. T-32 gets himself 1-2'd and gets taken out by that Jagdpanther 2, and that just leaves the enemy artillery. And Ironblood's just going to put himself between where he thinks the artillery is and the largest body of water, just in case he has suicidal tendencies. going to be heading over to the most common artillery position, which is all the way over in K1 here. Does find the Lorraine, spends a good amount of time aiming just to make sure he can get that kill, because it's the difference between a Radley Walter medal and not. He picks him up, and that is his Radley Walter medal. 4,000 points of damage and some absolutely awesome flanking action there from Ironblood, catching a couple of people off guard there and really wreaking havoc. So absolutely awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a good replay, please send that in to replay@screenreality.com. Link for that's in the description. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, informative, or just downright entertaining, leave me a like, favourite, and stick a comment in the comment section below letting me know exactly what you thought. And if you're not already, then definitely consider hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content to come in the future. I've been Maxwell, this has been World of Tanks, and I will catch you guys next time.